Hello everyone, hi, welcome to Hitchhiking Stars YouTube channel. Checking transits, hitchhiking the astrological configurations, etc, etc. Well, greetings from Greece, first and foremost. So I managed to do all the moving, all the packing, all the traveling around, which usually does take quite a lot of energy. Managed to do that on a new moon eclipse. Which went pretty well. No great dramas, no big dramas. So what I was saying in one of my blog posts as well is that it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be a big chaos in your life during eclipse season, but it might be a huge transformation or a huge transition, and you're really crossing the threshold of the next step of your life. So that's kind of how it came out for me in particular. I did think, oh my God, is the plane going to crash? And I was wrong all along. But no, it didn't crash. Not saying that I'm not wrong or I'm never wrong, but this time it was fine. And the place that we got is amazing. It's a 2-bedroom house. It's an amazing big window behind me. So this is going to be my new set. This is our workspace. And yeah, it's just amazing. So new moon eclipses, solar eclipses can be great positive changes, and I feel that I'm a little bit of a living experience to tell you that. Now let's have a look. Also, tell me how the eclipse was for you. How did that new moon eclipse come out for you? What happened there? Did you have any news, or was it activating anywhere special in your chart, etc.? If you have anything to share, that would be super. I would love to know a little bit more. Now, as usual, as per, let's have a look at the cosmic weather for this week, this coming week. And most of what I have to say, really, I think this could potentially be a little shorter video than usual. Venus has recently moved into Aries. I think it just happened yesterday. I think I must have mentioned on my previous video as well, because it's still last week, within the realm of last week's video. Now, what really is kind of happening is tomorrow and the day after we have the Sun conjoined Uranus. So the energy of Uranus changes, surprises, sudden move to another direction, rebellious energies, all of that might be highlighted as a kind of a cosmic general weather for all of us. But it's especially if you have anything around 14 degrees Taurus, around 14 degrees Scorpio, or any of the fixed signs, around 14-15 degrees Leo, Aquarius, that is activating your Uranus transit. So if you've been having a Uranus transit, tomorrow and the day after, that's going to be activated big time. Now remember, when it's a fast moving transit, it does kind of trigger something that shows us what the theme of a long-term transformation is in a nutshell, in a kind of a concise 2 days, more intense couple of days. So you might feel more restless tomorrow. You might feel that you can't stand something anymore. You might feel, that you can't stay in that job anymore, or whatever it is will be intensified. So what I find interesting of keeping track of these fast moving transits is to have clues about the long-term ones. Yeah. So pay attention if you have any planets around those degrees. If you don't know, Ask for Help can help you to find out. Now it's nice because it's a sextile to Mars. It's not like that super disruptive, energy that usually Mars Uranus square would be representing, I believe. Also, we have a moon trine Saturn tomorrow at some point, and obviously that's set to Athens now because that's where I am. So let's keep moving. I mean, what I'm really, really interested is next week. I mean, this week doesn't feel that eventful. The moon moves to Cancer on the 5th, which is Thursday. So then it will be making nice trines here to some of the Piscean planets. We're kind of moving away from that Piscean energy slowly. It's still there, it's still going on. And it won't be until kind of mid next week that Jupiter will move into Aries. But this is going to be the remit for the next video, and we'll talk a little bit more about Jupiter's ingress into Aries, because that's a little bit more eventful. Moon moves into Leo. You know, it's like the daily rhythms, daily emotions, daily rhythms. But what I'm really interested is Tuesday, when I'm doing the next video, Tuesday the 10th of May, Mercury goes retrograde. So we're basically on the Mercury retrograde shadow. And a lot of people as well are like, oh my God, Mercury, everything is going to go wrong. Blah, blah. Well, not necessarily as well. I find Mercury retrograde is a great time for revisiting, rethinking, re-journaling, rereading something, editing something, looking inwards rather than outwards. And one of the things that I've learned again and again and again, even when I forget that, because sometimes I forget that, is not to convey the message just yet. There are like 3 weeks, 3 times a year that Mercury goes retrograde, but 3 weeks that Mercury goes retrograde there, you might change your mind. And even when I say I'm not going to change my mind and I decide to convey some kind of message, I usually do change my mind. So there is something about changing the direction and changing our minds once Mercury moves forward. So be mindful of the next 3 weeks from next Tuesday, that this could be a great time for you to just revisit things, rethink things, you know, rethink about your new moon eclipse. Is eclipse season, is a kind of a portal of new changes, new beginnings, etc. Don't race. No need to rush. No need to know. No need to let others know exactly how you feel, exactly what's going on, because you're not sure as well, maybe. So that's what's represented by that Mercury. Also, what's interesting about this Mercury retrograde is that it will go direct on the 3rd of June. So on the 3rd of June, it moves direct again, but it will be at 26 degrees Taurus. So it'll be very close to the degree of the full moon eclipse that we're going to have on the 16th of May. So there's something about this Mercury retrograde that will still carry some of the message from that full moon eclipse. So great, this week until that Mercury turns retrograde is a great time for us to prepare to go inwards, I would say. So if you can't, you know, it's right after new moon, we're still kind of in that sort of darker period. So just, you know, just tidy around you, organize things around you, comes from Virgo. Organize things around you in whichever way feels right for you, to kind of go into this more inwards journey with that Mercury, and also to prepare for that full moon, which is going to be very powerful. But we're not going to talk about that today. So this is the message for today. It's a very chilled, seems to be a very chilled week, but a good week to make some preparations for the coming Mercury retrograde. Get your journals out of the cupboards, you know, so you can read it again, or start writing more, you know, keep track of your thoughts, of your emotions by writing, etc. And that's it. I'll see you all next week. I'll post some more videos next week. This is it for today. I am going to continue settling down and organizing myself. Going to go out for a little wander now. And wishing you guys a great week. And write to me if you have any questions, any comments, anything, please do. This is great. I love to see the comments. And until next week.